going to put a wrinkle in air attacks all the way down to Town Hall 6, so dragons at Town Hall 6 may no longer be quite so overpowering. It's going to change base design for Town Halls 6 through 10. And right here, we're going to take a look at exactly what it does to opposing units. And watch closely, you'll notice that no matter the size or implied weight of the air unit, they are all going to be pushed back at the same rate, but they will recover at different speeds. Obviously, the minion's faster, then the lava hound, then the dragon, then finally the balloon. This could adversely affect balloon attacks dramatically. Look at how far that balloon is being pushed back and how long it is taking that balloon to try to recover. I can tell you right away that rage spells are going to become critical. That extra speed is going to be super important, especially for balloon attackers, to get those balloons back in and on top of that air sweeper before they get taken out by other defenses. So now we're going to take a look at a hypothetical attack. We've got balloons and dragons moving in, and you can see that they are out of the range of the air sweeper. Now we can see which direction the air sweeper is facing before we attack, so that is definitely an advantage to the attacker. You can assume that it's about 60 degrees to the left and to the right of wherever that nozzle is facing. And now I know 60 degrees is kind of nebulous, but it'll be one of those things that we will learn over time, just like we know the range of our rage spells, heal spells, and jump spells. So this attack began by taking out the lower two air defenses. Now here come the dragons. So we will get to see the air sweeper in action as those dragons deployed at the bottom of the screen will be within range. You can see the ones to the left and to the right still not activating the air sweeper. Now there it goes. It's going to grab those dragons and push them outward. I mean, at first glance, it doesn't seem like that big of a deal. I mean, it doesn't do any damage, just kind of fans them in the face with air like some sort of ancient Egyptian royalty. But that additional time that they're going to be exposed to defenses like Inferno Towers, Expos, and Archer Towers, that is going to make a big difference in an attack. And finally, the attacker here has dropped a rage spell to help get those dragons in, and you can see it took a long time to get those dragons in on top of that air sweeper. And right there could have been the difference in this attack between a 1-star and a 2-star outcome. Now we're going to move on to another attack replay, basically the same attack but facing grounded expos, so the units will be able to get in further. But what I want to take a closer look at here is, remember when we were setting up the air sweeper that the settings covered about 120 degrees of coverage, but you'll notice that the blast of air that comes out is much smaller than 120 degrees. So finally, when it does go into effect, you'll see it's a very small radius right there, much less than 120, even less than 90 degrees. So it's such a small area that the air sweeper affects at any given time, distracting an air sweeper might be a key to offense. Now, just like in the first attack, the attacker takes out that second air defense with lightning, but let's watch closely as these dragons are again deployed at the bottom of the screen. Lower right, there it is, air sweeper blasts air at that one dragon, and it pushes it just out of its range right here, and that will cause the air sweeper to retarget on another dragon. So distracting an air sweeper is not going to be a simple task. It is definitely going to take some practice to figure out exactly the best methods to do that. So I see a lot of